Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to use Sketchup. If you've never opened the software before, if you're in your first year of architecture school or whatever it may be, these are 3 things I wish I knew in Sketchup when I started. So to demonstrate this video, first off we're just going to build a simple house, and if it's your first time in Sketchup, the easiest way to build a simple structure is we're going to go up to our toolbar at the top and we're going to select our square. Now, what you can do is click and drag and enter on your keyboard 10 feet, comma, 10 feet. It will show up in your bottom right corner. So now that we got our square, one of our most useful tools in SketchUp is our offset tool, and you'll see why. So for the outside edges of our square right now, I'm going to pull it out and I'm just going to simply type 6 inches. Then again, it will show up in your bottom. That's going to give us our wall thickness for our house. And that's where this is where you should be at now. I'll show you other ways that we can use our offset tool to be very handy. For now, we're going to go up to our top. Beside our offset button is going to be our push pull. We're going to pull this up and type, let's say 8 feet. So now we have a three-dimensional object, nice box. And where we're going to go from here is we're going to go back to our offset tool. And we're going to select our outside line, and we're going to say our overhang on this house is going to be 2 feet. So now we have this only using 3 different tools in our toolbar. So we've used our square to create our main base, our offset to create our wall thickness, and our push-pull to pull our walls up to our desired height. We're going to go back to our push-pull now, and we're going to pull this up 2 feet. Oh, sorry, 6 inches. That's going to create our overhang thickness. Obviously, it can't just be a flat plane, so that's going to be our overhang thickness, and we should now be here. What we can do to help us create our roof on this project is we're going to use our pen tool, which is up here, and this is strictly to draw lines. Now, I'm not going to click anything. I'm just going to go to this corner. This is our endpoint, and I'm going to follow this line. Once you've seen this blue button, this is going to be our midpoint, and we're going to draw a straight red line across the axis. So it's just going to cover in our roof. From there, we're going to do the same thing. Follow across our line. It's going to give us our midpoint. And now we're going to follow the blue axis from our midpoint. So we're going to go up 5 feet. Now, this is what you should have. And this is right where you want to be to create your first little structure. We're going to go up to our blue, and we're going to pull it down directly to this corner. We're going to do that, repeat that for all 4 corners. It's going to create a face on your model, which is what we want. And that's going to give us our first structure. So now we got our walls, our roof, and this is what where we should be at. Now, at this point, we've only used really 4 tools. We used our pen, we used our square, we used our push-pull, and we used our offset. And that's all we really need to do for this. If you wanted to rotate it, say it wasn't how you want it, you can select all just by holding down and pulling. And we can use our rotate button to rotate our house. Obviously, for the purpose of this, we do not need to do that. So, now that we have our structure, we're going to create some windows and doors. How we're going to do that is you can either use your pen tool, which we're selected now, or easier, we can use our square tool. For this video, obviously we don't have exact dimensions on our window, so we're just going to eyeball it. So we'll say that's our window, and this will be our door here. Okay. So now that we're here, what we can do is we're going to use our offset tool again to do the window frame. So what I like to do is pull it out. I'm going to go 2 inches, and then I'm going to go 1 inch just to create our window. And I'm going to do the same thing to the door, but I'm going to go offset it 3 inches. And that's our window, or that's our door frame there. Now what we do if we have any leftover stuff that we don't want, we can select our cursor, and you can simply right click on the line you want to delete, and then, left click on it, and then right click on it to erase this line. So now we have our house with our windows and our doors. From here, it's whatever you want to do with textures. So what we can do is go to our paint bucket here up on our toolbar, and we can go through all of the stock SketchUp textures they provide. Let's just say for this we'll use brick, and we'll say this face we want it to be brick, and we can repeat that process around the building just by clicking on the face you want to be brick. Now obviously, since there's lines around our window, we can add window trim. For this, it's kind of what comes in SketchUp isn't great. You can go up here to your extension warehouse and you can download more textures. For example, I highly recommend the architecture texture pack, which I have right here in my face interface. I won't use it for the purpose of this video, just in case you don't have it. So what we can do here is I'm going to use metal for our window frames, and then I'll use glass. What we can also do here to make it look a bit more realistic is I'm going to use our push-pull tool, and I'm going to pull this out 2, and I'll pull this out 1, just to give it a bit of depth, and I'll pull this out 2. And let's say our door is going to be solid wood. Maybe I'll make it black wood. So we can do our window or our door frame and our door. Once we use our push-pull, you're going to find a lot of edges that need cleanup. Just piece of advice, add the texture before you push and pull, and then it will fully clean it in like it did with the window. From here, we can add our soffits. So we'll say it's just going to be this black wood again, and you just click the face and then go back to our here, and we're going to select our roofing and add your roofing. Now, this is a very basic exterior, very basic structure, but it doesn't really change no matter the scale. So from here, we have this house, and we could add on to it if we wanted to, and that's totally up to you. So what we could do is we could add another square. So we want that, and just basically repeat the process. So what we did was we offset 6, and then you can pull it up and you can create another structure to it. So it's all the same, no matter how you want to do it. That's just a very basic way to build your first structure in SketchUp. Please like and subscribe to my channel, as I do SketchUp tutorials and shorts daily, and I'd love to see you back here for another video. Thank you.